Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel for another LEGO build. Today we'll be adding another addition to my huge custom LEGO Hogwarts display. This is going to be the Hogwarts Castle Owlery, a really cool addition to the 2024 lineup. This retails for $45, contains 3 minifigures, which are Argus Filch, Harry Potter, and Cho Chang, has 364 pieces, and again is new for 2024. This is part of the biggest and most detailed Hogwarts ever as part of their new display. Of course, I did start my own kind of huge project for that earlier, so if you're looking for this review, you're in the right spot. If you're here for kind of like you want to see the start of that project, go back a couple videos and I'll have that playlist linked in the description below. But essentially, I'm building a huge Hogwarts on a small mountain, well, not small mountain, like 4-foot long mountain, overlooking a Quidditch pitch, Hagrid's hut, Forbidden Forest, the whole 9 yards. I'm going to be swapping out old castle pieces, so for instance, depending on when this airs, is going to be around the Great Hall when it comes out, and the Lord of the Rings Barad-dûr. So depending on how my schedule looks, once June actually hits, I'm recording about a month ahead of time right now, just getting a lot of smaller projects done, and getting my ducks in a row for when Barad-dûr, the Great Hall, some fishing trips and stuff like that are coming up. So my room in the background might look different depending on when you actually watch this, if you're watching it in order, or where you're watching in the actual process of building this entire Hogwarts. But this will essentially connect to the main display eventually. For now, I'm actually going to be building this kind of in the background, I think, as its own separate tower. I might raise the base. I do have some dark gray 2x2s still remaining. I can always order more if need be, but I'm working on a big bricklink order right now for like 15 projects, so trying to do that all at once. But essentially, yes, this will connect to the main system, which is very far from complete. There's only 2 sets currently in it, plus Hagrid's hut, but that doesn't really count. That is the boathouse and this. Hagrid's hut, kind of its own separate thing, but of course does go with it. Then you have a couple of the new sets coming out, like the Great Hall, which will kind of wrap all these together, but for now, this is just going to go behind the aforementioned Quidditch pitch when that happens, kind of just on a raised platform overlooking everything. Hopefully it looks nice, and it's going to take up some of that dead space up there. So thank you guys so much for joining me for another build. Like, comment, and subscribe if you can. Let's get started on the actual build, folks. Everybody, so here's the final build. As always, I'll go over the initial set and the minifigures and some of the play features first before I actually add it in to the custom Hogwarts display. This one's at least going to be a little bit easier than the other ones because it's not connecting to anything, it's not sitting anywhere special, it's just going in the grass background for now. So that's going to be pretty cool. As for the minifigures themselves, we'll start with Argus Filch. You know, he's got that diabolical little smile on his face. I love that facial expression. Very cool hair and headpiece. Very cool torso print as well. Definitely pretty cool. Holding a broom. Even has like a little dust on the back. I think that looks fantastic. Then we have Cho Chang using one of the new skirt pieces, which I absolutely love. A scarf that I initially forgot to put on. And then you have that olive green coat with the pinstripe shirt underneath. She either has a double-faced and a little bit concerned on the opposite side. Little hood in the back as well. And then, of course, Harry Potter, number 700 in our lineup here. I think this is my first one that is not first one winter-related, but has that heavier jacket on with a sweatshirt underneath, so very, very cool. He'll look good in the Lego City if I decided not to keep him in here. As of now, I am actually doing little scenes throughout. I added everybody in from Hogwarts, yeah. Hagrid's hut. I added everybody in for that scene. I have the little boat scene for everybody arriving as well. So I do think I'm going to be building some scenes. So I will likely add the minifigures to this, and maybe just have like Argus Filch in the bottom cleaning up. But on the outside, of course, we do have plenty of owls. Our first one is going to be a beautiful white snow owl. He's facing on the inside, and of course you can move these wherever you want. A beautiful dark reddish brown owl, which is by far and away my favorite that I've ever had. Very, very cool. Then we have one without its wings extended. A little bit of a barn owl feel here. Bird watching me should know. I probably don't. And then the little baby pigwidgeon here. Very, very cute. Very easy to lose that little guy. And speaking of, he is sitting on this little bench along with a watering spot, little house, and then some eye lops, which is a very, very cool feature. We've got a spider over here and a couple letters, as well as a very cool owl statue. Up top we do have, I believe that's Rowena Ravenclaw. I could be wrong. I actually really have to look. And then we do have another owl sitting up top with a couple lanterns. Definitely good for when, if and when, I had some lights to this display. Very cool build. Of course, it is going to be open from the background. I don't know if this is supposed to be a scabbard or a rat. I think this is Half-Blood Prince. I could be incredibly wrong. Again, I haven't watched Harry Potter in so long. I really need to put some work in. But this build is fantastic. I love the techniques. It is very, very unique, and this will eventually, like I said at the beginning, connect to the upcoming Harry Potter sets. For me, this is going more along in the background. So this is going to be sitting off to the side, primarily to the left, and then eventually I'll raise this up, depending on how close the castle is to being finished once I start doing my Quidditch pitch, and then have this overlooking the Quidditch area, which I think will be pretty cool. If you watched anybody or my Alpine Lodge video, I talked about how cool these trees are. This is actually from originally the Alpine Lodge for the Winter Village, which is still sitting at the top portion of my city. So very, very cool. That's going to do it on the actual review for this, guys. It is great. For 45 bucks, I'm very, very happy with it. You have some very unique features and plenty of room for more owls. Obviously, you probably have 20 Hedwigs if you're like me at this point, and tons of owls and animals. Be cool just to put them in here. Add some more Hogwarts students and all that good stuff. So I'm going to add a couple of these minifigures in here, create a little scene, and then we'll add it to the Hogwarts display, guys. Alright, here we have the background look at the ongoing very large Harry Potter / Hogwarts grounds project. I still have the Shrieking Shack just kind of sitting off to the side there, so it's not so much empty space. We have Hagrid's hut, the greenhouse, the Whomping Willow, the little Etsy display up there, which I absolutely love, the huge Hogwarts display with the boathouse, and the kids arriving, and then all the way to the side in the grass, I do have the Owlery. Obviously, this will connect eventually to the main portion, but for now, it won't look incredibly right. The only other option, I could put it like behind the gateway over here to the right, but I just don't think it would match. Also, I just ordered my first GGI like stabilizer mount for my phone, so when I do these videos for a display like 6 feet in the air, it's not killing my arms. So I'm very excited for that, and have some less shaky videos. So this will hopefully be getting a nice upgrade soon. But there is the Owlery kind of all the way on its lonesome back there. Obviously it is just kind of filling up that space until the Quidditch pitch can get there. But with all these new sets coming out, I'm trying to update as I can and not, you know, ruin my entire day. But with the Great Hall coming out, having a completely different rock pattern than anything else previously, it is going to be tough for me to incorporate it without changing everything. So thank you guys so much for joining me for another build. I absolutely love the Owlery, and I think it looks beautiful. Very much worth, in my opinion, the $45 price tag. Wish it had a little bit more pieces, and I wish it was a little bit taller, but overall, it's definitely pretty solid in what is going to be a very expensive LEGO year for Harry Potter collectors. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Happy building, folks.